If you hold XRP or cryptos, we have some very big news to talk about. Let's get into it. This week is going to be absolutely massive. What we could see just moments ago is that there are now tariffs being imposed on the US. So China wants to impose some tariffs, 10 to 15% on US energy and vehicles starting tomorrow. Trump says that he is going to put a 25% tariff on steel and aluminum tomorrow as well. So as a result of that, we saw a little a bearish reaction to that was recovered fairly quickly. We just take a look at Bitcoin here. We got a small little dump off of that news, but we have since bounced since then. And the market is going to be a bit shaky. There is not a lot of volume coming in right now. The market is cooling off and the market is very, very choppy. I mean, Bitcoin has barely moved. Ever since the crash last week, we bounced up and then we have just been chopping. Literally the same exact level for almost a week. If we take a look at XRP, we did crash and we are pretty much chopping at the same level as well. So $2.40. Based on ALGOSNIPER, my trading indicator, if we take a look at the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin, we have lost the 200 EMA, which is a big level. This big level here. We are also trading under the ALGOSNIPER bands in the 4-hour time frame. If we go to the daily time frame, we are also rejecting under the daily time frame on Bitcoin, which shows a loss of big momentum, a loss of bullish momentum. And when you start closing under these red bands here, and they're simply just EMA or EMA strategies, it shows that we are visually losing momentum on the charts. That's what's happening, not just for Bitcoin, but for every crypto, including XRP and altcoins. Look, the daily time frame for the first time since 50 cents for XRP has flipped bearish. We are rejecting and trading under the red bands. That is not good for the short term, or that's not good if you want prices to go up. What it is, it's an indication of a loss of interest, a loss of momentum, a loss of volume. And typically what that means in the short term of these moments is that there's going to be lower prices or discounts, that there's a lot of selling pressure. People are selling. That's what it means. And that means we could see lower prices. That's all that we are seeing in the charts right now. Yes, technically XRP is holding strong at this level, but if we are looking at momentum, we are losing momentum, we are losing interest. And whenever you have a bull market and the market is pumping, and when you break that parabola, you see this is the parabola here. Once that starts to break, that's when tops are usually put in for a couple of months. So the top for XRP could be in for a couple of months, and we could be due for a correction that might last a couple of months as well. But that would just put us lower prices. That would eventually lead us to a big crash, a big liquidation event, which would be a buy the dip opportunity. And from that crash or dip that would take place in the short term, which I think is rather likely, there will be a massive, strong pump. No matter how bearish markets are, there's always going to be strong bounces during bull markets after the big corrections, the first big pullbacks in a bull market. We are still in a bull market. Everything is technically still bullish, but we are in that short-term bearish phase of a bull market where the market could pull back, and we could pull back as low as $1.60 for XRP. This is my price prediction for XRP as a bearish scenario, which might not play out. Eventually, the bearish scenario will play out. Eventually, XRP will go down to $1.60, but we might end up holding up, bouncing up, and start moving up higher over the next couple of weeks. That could take place, but I really don't see it. And guess what? It's not the end of the world. What would most likely take place? We chop around a bit, and then we dump, and then we start pumping up for a couple of months and make new all-time highs, make a new high, probably $5 to $7, something like that. That's what I think is going to happen. But you need to be in my Patreon so you know exactly when I'm selling, when I'm buying. I tell you guys exactly when I'm getting in and out of these positions, and we are making a fortune if you guys are following my rules, if you guys are following exactly what I'm doing. We sold at $3.25, and we also started DCAing as the market was crashing last week, and the lowest entry was about $1.97, and we also took profits near $2.73, give or take, somewhere around there. And we're sitting in cash waiting to buy the next dip, which I think is probably happening, especially with all this FUD of tariffs, which are going to shake the markets. In the long term, everything that Trump is doing is very, very bullish. But for the short term, it's shocking and scary markets, which is going to cause volatility. So pumping and dumping, that's volatility. Make sure you guys are using ALGOSNIPER. This thing will tell you exactly when to buy and sell. You guys can try today for $1 at algosniper.com. But most importantly, you want to be trading over on Blowfin. This is where you can long and short cryptos up to 150x leverage. You get a $100,000 deposit bonus for some qualified users. But most importantly, you're going to have the cheapest fees, but you can only lock any of these things that I just mentioned by signing up with my link below. You're going to have the cheapest fees with my link below. If you guys are trading on Robinhood, Coinbase, Crypto.com, Kraken, the fees are massive compared to the fees on Blowfin. This is where you want to be doing your in and out trading, selling. This is where you want to be doing that. You don't, if you're trading in and out, you want to be getting trading in and out of positions. You don't want to be doing it on a major exchange where you are going to be losing your ass on fees. Guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys got something out of this video, consider giving this video a thumbs up. Subscribe with notifications on, and I'll see you later.